My goal with my content is to always find new and fresh ways on how people can stay or get on the CASA journey. So with that in mind, today we're going to dive in how someone can become a chartered accountant having done maths literacy. Hey, what's up you guys? It's Zintle and welcome back to my channel. So I posted a TikTok some time back and it's actually, spread quite a bit. It's currently at about 187,000 views. And since I posted that, I've been getting a lot of comments on people sharing their stories, as well as people having questions on how exactly one can be a chartered accountant even though they've got maths literacy. So I have compiled some of those comments. We're just going to go through them one by one so that we get a full picture on how exactly a person can continue on the CA journey even if they did not do pure maths. So if you don't know, one of the main requirements in matric in order to be admitted into a psycho-accredited bachelor's degree is that you have to have done mathematics, and some universities go as far as to give a minimum percentage that you should have gotten in mathematics. What about those people who did not do mathematics but are still interested in becoming CAs? That is what we are going to be talking about today, so let's get into it. So I'm going to keep looking down because I want to read the comments off my computer, but I'll also put them somewhere on the screen so that you are also able to see, okay? So the first comment is by Theodora M, and she says, you must do a higher certificate in accounting at UNISA and then apply for an accounting degree. So if you saw one of my older videos titled How to Become a Chartered Accountant, we basically covered 5 ways in order to get onto the CASA route, and one of those ways was to actually do a higher certificate, and then after the higher certificate you go on to do your psycho accredited degree, okay? And UNISA offers that, right? There are some other schools that also offer alternative routes, and we'll cover those when we get to those specific comments. For some reason, a few months back, the higher certificate in accounting went missing on the UNISA site, but it's back. I checked yesterday, it's back on there, so you are able to follow the route that Theodora has spoken about. Okay, and then the next comment is from Larisse, and it says, I'm doing a BCom accounting with Mancosa, and I did maths lit in school, and I'm taking the CA route. If you are going to go the route of going through a Mancosa or a varsity college or a BCC, just make sure that the particular program that you're going to be starting on is psycho accredited, okay? I know that especially at Boston City campus, not all of the campuses are psycho accredited, and Varsity College as well. Not all of the campuses at Varsity College are psycho accredited. So just be careful about that. Do your research. Ask around, contact Psycha, just to make sure that you're not wasting your time doing something that is not accredited. But yeah, I actually didn't know that Mancosa was an option, so thank you to Larisse for bringing that to our attention, right? And then we have a comment from Zizipo, and she says, Maths Lit Level 7 can get you into the CA route at University of Zululand. So if you're doing maths literacy currently, or if you did a maths lit and you got a level 7 as your final mark on your national senior certificate, then you're able to do a CA route degree at University of Zululand. So yeah, consider applying there as well. Then Breathe King says, UJ also takes Maths Lit for BCom Accounting Extended Program, and it looks like you need to have at least 70% for your maths literacy in order to be admitted into this extended program. Miss Silk says there is also an option of a bridging course in accounting via Mill Park for 6 months. Then you get into CTA, and the requirement is that you must have done an accounting module up to second year level. Now, I've been following Mill Park for some time now, and I'm actually excited by the program. I don't know if you guys have been looking into it. Maybe that's a video that I can make as well, and what the entrance requirements are, how long they are, stuff like that, you know. So if you're interested to see that, just let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, Mill Park, it's got a lot of my former lecturers from UCT involved there, and they were absolutely amazing. So the quality of Mill Park education is probably up there as well. And it's 6 months, you know, yeah, 6 months bridging course, and you can be able to do your CTA, but you have to have done accounting up until the second year level. So this is more like for people who've done maybe like other degrees, or who are looking into eventually bridging into, you know, being a CA, but can get into other degrees. Just make sure that you are taking accounting as a module up until second year, and you'll qualify for this 6-month bridging course. But yeah, I think it would be worthwhile to talk about all the bridging courses because they can get quite confusing. So I don't know, if anyone out there wants to see it, let me know down in the comments below. And then next comment is by Shibu, and Uti, it's impossible. It's possible with UNISA, you just have to add a year to the degree. Okay, so this is also another option. Remember our first comment, we said you do a high certificate, then you do the degree. Uti Ushibu Apa, you are able to get straight into the degree, but you'll end a year. So it's almost like an extended program. So instead of doing 4 years, you'll do, no, instead of doing 3 years, you'll do 4 years, basically. Yeah, which it's not bad if you think about it. Like, that's not bad, honestly. Okay, and then I just want to address these 2 comments quickly. Okay, the first one says, I'm not even gonna put the names on because I don't want to, you know, blast these 2 comments out. Uti, the first one, you will struggle a lot, but it's doable. Then Omnia Uti, it's going to be 2 times more difficult with Maths Lit. Now, Yazi, I'm not in the business of sort of limiting others' abilities. You understand? There's this misconception, you know, about people who took maths literacy, that they're maybe less intelligent than people who took pure maths. But there's so many different reasons why people take maths literacy, you know, and a lot goes into the ability of umntu being able to obtain a qualification, you know. Maybe umntu at high school was, you know, someone relaxed, chill, didn't really have career plans, and then you grow and you mature and you realize that you actually maybe want to be a CA, right? And doesn't mean that you are incapable just because you did maths literacy. It's just there's a whole lot of factors that lead you to doing maths literacy. Some people started off doing maths, and then because life got in the way or maths was just overwhelming for a 15-year-old child, you decided, listen, for my mental health, I'm going to do maths lit. and then ube happy phakwa maths lit, but you still have a dream of being a CA. So there's a lot that goes into why people take maths lit, and that doesn't disqualify them or make them any less intelligent than anybody else who did pure maths. You understand? I understand pure maths. You know, there's a lot of logic that goes into it. It's difficult. It's a very difficult subject. I won't take that away. But ukubone, immaturity plays a big role in somebody being able to obtain a qualification. Maturity, drive, struggles that they've faced in the past, the life that they envision for themselves, all of those things zizinto ezidriver abantu who on paper would be disqualified from obtaining something, but because they've got those things fueling them from the inside, they are able to make it through. So unfortunately it will be difficult, because it's difficult for us all. It's difficult for us all. It's challenging for us all. But if you tell yourself that you can, then there's no math literacy ezakuphikisa. There's no one ezakuphikisa. If you believe you can do it, you can. And you shouldn't listen to abantu who tell you that you're gonna struggle. It's gonna be difficult. Yes, it's difficult for Songe for different reasons, but that doesn't disqualify us or make us. That doesn't disqualify us or make us any less, deserving than other people. So there will be a lot of people who are gonna tell you the same thing, but if you know what you want, you're gonna keep trying. Even if you fall, you're gonna find another way. But yeah, man, don't listen to abantu who tell you that, because I don't know, man. I don't know how they expect us to have our lives figured out at 15 years old, because that's when you choose your subjects, when you're 15, and then you choose your career basically when you're 17. So, and a lot can change in a person's life. So yeah, andifuni sidwele on the fact that it's going to be difficult. I believe if you put your mind to anything, you can achieve it. I honestly and truly believe that, and that's why I make these videos. Like, abantu will comment similar things on some of my other videos, but oh no, this one is a weak degree. Oh no, this one you can't. This one they will struggle. No, this one they won't be a good CA. Pish posh. Pish posh. You can be great if that is what your heart desires and that's what you put your mind to. So yeah, anyway, moving along. Next comment is by Lesedi. I'm currently doing psych and DOS degree without having done maths from grade 10 to 12, and I will conquer it. Exactly, Lesedi. Exactly what I've just said. I'm only said, was I conquer like, yeah. I love the attitude. Thank you so much, Lesedi, for commenting. I'm sure your comment yako iyabonwa by people who needed that boost. I love abantu aba-positive. I love abantu abazixeleleyo, about their abilities, because you are who you think you are. If you think you're bad, if you think you're stupid, if you think you're not deserving, then that's what you'll become. But if you think you will conquer it no matter what, you will. So thanks, Lesedi, man. Carmel. We have a comment by Carmel. Utibana, higher certificate in accounting with Boston City campus. This will allow you to do your psycho accredited accounting degree with BCC. Okay, so that's now another option for a higher certificate, but just be careful with Boston City campus. I think it's worthwhile if I leave a link to psycho's accredited programs in the description box. Okay, if I haven't, just remind me in the comments. But yeah, not all of the Boston City campuses are psycho accredited. Just make sure that yours is one of the accredited ones as per eList Psycha. This list has been updated. It's the 2023 one. So I will leave it down in the comment section below. But yeah, this is another option. You do a higher certificate with Boston City campus, and then you can do your accredited accounting degree at Boston City campus as well. Amazing. Then Untla says UJ used to have BCom extended for accounting students, and then Ulisa says it still does. So this is where I think it was Breath King who said that if you have maths literacy, then you try get onto the extended psycho program at UJ, and Ulisa has confirmed that that is still the case. You're still able to do that. So yeah, and UJ is an amazing institution. Like, I did my board courses, both of them, through UJ, and it's absolutely phenomenal. Just world-class accounting department. So you'll be in good hands. I can vouch for UJ that you will be in good hands. It's a very good accounting school. And then Neville says, I failed pure maths with 28% in matric, then did a higher certificate at UNISA in accounting, then did accounting degree, then did CTA at UNISA. So this is someone who's giving a testimony. They failed pure maths, and then they were able to do their higher certificate in accounting. They did their accounting degree, and then they were able to do their CTA. So like I said, because I say high school don't disqualify you from anything. You know, if you wanted to do something when you were little and just life got in the way, or you weren't able to do it as quickly as your peers or what have you, that doesn't disqualify you from being able to pursue that thing right now. Even if the odds were stacked against you back then, but now you're a new person, you're wiser, you're older, you're more mature, you know what you want. You're distracted less easily. So, well done, Neville. You inspire me a lot, and I would love to see the heights you reach in future, because that's just amazing that you didn't let that fail bring you down. You dusted yourself off and you found a way to do it. So that's amazing. And then Upat says you do your diploma in accounting, advanced diploma, BCTA, CTA, articles and boards. Hooray, CSA. Wow, that rhymes. But I just wanted here to just spend a moment on the BCTA and the advanced diploma. Okay, now the BCTA and advanced diploma is the same thing. It's just different institutions call it something different. I think at UJ it's called BCTA, and then at UNISA it's called the Advanced Diploma in Accounting. Both are sort of like bridging qualifications to the CASA, bridging qualifications to CTA. Okay, it might have in the past been different, but currently your advanced diploma is your bridging course, and your BCTA is also your bridging course. So yeah, I just wanted to clear that one up. So that's why I brought this comment on. So you would do your diploma, and then you do your advanced diploma in accounting or BCTA, and then you do your CTA, articles boards, and then you're qualified. Yeah, but if you are looking at the different ways you can become a CASA, then I'll leave the video where I covered that in the card somewhere. So after this video, you click on the eye icon. There's going to be an eye over here. You click there, and then it's going to show you all the videos that I've linked in the cards, and then you're just going to watch the video where I spoke about how to become a CASA from 5 different starting routes. I covered higher certificate, diploma, psycho accredited degree, non-psycho accredited but accounting related degree, and then non-psycho accredited and nothing to do with accounting degree. So those are the 5 starting points that I covered. It's worthwhile to have a peek at that and see where you fall in and what route that you must follow. Okay, next we have Uritabile, and Uritabile says at NWU, which is Northwest University, you can do financial accounting extended with MathsLit, and then if you get 65% and above for accounting in the first semester, you can change to the CA extended route in the second semester. So yeah, there you go. So there's another option of you being able to continue on the journey when you have MathsLit. So you can sort of have something to work towards right from first semester. Try get your 65% in accounting, and you can change into your CA stream, but it will be extended, so it's going to be a 4-year degree in any case. Okay, but that's fine, that's okay. You'll be done in 8 years if all goes well. So yeah, that is a worthwhile option. And then Sheldon says, I think Sheldon's the last one. Okay, Sheldon says Regent Business School offers a 3-year BCom accounting degree if you have a bachelor's pass in matric, but the catch is you have to do an access program, which makes your degree psycho accredited and will only take you a year longer than normal. Again, with your Regent Business Schools, go and check on the psycho website if you are able to do this at your specific campus. And yeah, hopefully I've shed some light on the options that you have if you did do a maths literacy and you do want to become a chartered accountant through psycho. I feel like there's a lot of options. We've got, a lot of coverage, a lot of options. I haven't covered all of the universities, but I think it would be worthwhile if you actually walk into the university or call into the university and have a chat with them on how you can go about things. Have a plan, and yeah, that's it from me today. If you haven't seen any of my other Vlogtober videos, I'm just going to leave them here on the screen. And I'll see you tomorrow for another one. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye.